comebacks are easier to tackle than others. Just choose. Look for those opportunities to shoot.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. They'll give it to him inside. A 70-yard pickup and it with the chains.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of defense.
Into the hands of Michael Wilson. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's able to get this down to the 36. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down. Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup. 2nd and 6 coming up here. They'll try and throw it here. Completed over the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They're now set for 1st and 10. From the red zone now. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up. From the gun, here's a handoff. And he'll push them down to the 6-yard line. 6 yards to pick up there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and 4.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Pass play coming here. He rolls to his right. Has it in close. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. They'll try and punch it in. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back, because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards. This offense may want to try and disguise their run a little bit. I don't know if it's the O-lineman's stance. I don't know if it's a cadence. I don't know what it is, but after 2 straight plays going backwards, this defense is...
And they take this in for the score. The Raiders finish up an excellent opening series. Evan McPherson on to try the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Raiders take a 7-0 lead as he starts this year 1 for 1. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Tight end going in motion here. Back now, pressure on its way. He's going deep. That's incomplete for the moment. We do have a flag down, but it might not be good news for their offense. That's usually where we see holding calls. Double the distance to go after that holding call. It's now 1st and 20. Looking to the air here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Motion man is the tight end here, going left. Another try following the sack. This is cut by Isaiah Likely. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. So the new NFL season. We're back for the second quarter. Saints in possession of the football. They have 3rd and 4 to start out. Complete beyond the marker. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains. On the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Receiver in motion, going left. Throw reeled in by Thomas. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs. They've got 1st down from the 31. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug-of-war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it, and we'll move to the next.
They send the tight end in motion. From the 28. Escapes the pocket. Now here he goes. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. Brought down by Quay Walker. Gotta figure out this 3rd down here. Throwing with a blitz on the way. A lot of guys there, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Damone Clark. At the 20. And forget the interception. He makes this a pick-6 touchdown. McPherson at the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Raiders double their lead to 14. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick-6. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Sending the tight end in motion left. Getting right back to it after that interception. That one finds Xavier Worthy. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. Great start to the drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play. Back to pass on 1st and 10. Oh, this is getting ugly early. Intercepted again. And the Raiders will take over as he records his 1st interception of our season.
I don't know about you, but I'm a little surprised that one didn't make it all the way back for 6. Took some amazing effort from the guys making the tackle to save a touchdown, but still an outstanding return from a defense that sensed they needed the big play, and they found it.
He'll get 3, but much work left for him on 2nd and goal.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Shotgun snap, they're gonna throw. Has it in close. Touchdown Vegas. So the offense showing a slightly different dimension there, Brock. Getting the running back involved with his hands for the touchdown.
Yeah, such an advantage. I think when you think about it, Kate, it really is about the 80s where we start to see these running backs not just tote the ball as runners. There'll be real weapons when they get the ball in the passing game.
Yeah.
That's well done.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Jalen Wright gets it for the first time. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. from the 32. He's going to push one deep down the right. Caught at the 20-yard line. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain. First down from the red zone. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. So the incompletion on first, here's second and goal. Throwing from the gun here. This throw is caught. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line. They've held him out twice. Here we go, third and goal. They'll throw it. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you.
And he runs it across, touchdown! The Saints chop some of the lead off before the half. Running it on fourth and goal, that has to take some major guts, Brock, especially knowing a lot of the time there were some rushes before it that came up short.
It's guts, it's will, it's willpower, maybe even it's a little bit of pride. But you know what? When you're in that huddle, you feel that stubbornness to refuse to accept the field goal. Not on our watch. We're going to do all we can to run this sucker in.
Has this at the 6. And this drive will start inside the 25. They've got first and 10, Brock, but time for maybe 2 plays at most if they even want to try anything. Back to throw it. And this falls incomplete with just 2 seconds remaining.
That's somebody they're going to look for if he has any space deep. That space, though, Kate, just disappeared between when he let that pass go and when he actually made it down the field.
One last play before the break. He's back to throw. He's on the move. He'll wind up and heft it deep right. Into a crowd and, oh, intercepted. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. We'll see what the first half adjustments of the season are as they're teed up, and away we go in our second half. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Airing it out to start this drive. On target to Worthy. They get 13 on the pickup. And that's good for a New Orleans first down. They send a tight end in motion. Pass play on first and 10. Chased out to his right. He just throws this one away.
You hear so many programs all around the league talk about it's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Well, discretion, a better part of valor in a lot of cases. And right there, he understood it's all about the ball, and I'm not going to risk a turnover wisely, throwing it away.
It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. Play stopped by Damone Clark.
You know, Kate, over the years, I have heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Launches one deep downfield. And this one is dropped and incomplete. He had the pick in his hands, couldn't hang on. It's going to be fourth down.
Oh, that was such an opportunity lost. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points on the series. And instead, well, he just couldn't quite hang on.
And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Motioning one of the tight ends. Throwing it again here. Oh no, they get him yet again! Picked off by Devin Witherspoon. And the Raiders will take over as he records his first interception of our season.
You know, Kate, once you've thrown a couple picks, it's easy to become check down Charlie. Right? Just throw it underneath and not take any more risk because you don't want to throw what he just did, his 3rd interception of the game. It's time to protect the football at all costs. And if not, well, that backup better get ready.
Option design here. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Flush down now to his left. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete.
Well, I'll say this. If you're willing to chance a throw like that, an early down is where you want to do it. You try to shot downfield, it doesn't work out, but you still got time now to try to find something else on the play sheet.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down. The Raiders bringing out the punting unit. He sends this away, and oh, this is going to be a field flipper. His work begins at the 31. And he's brought down before the return gets far. That punt gets up to 59 yards. And the Saints will get set to take over. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And they pick him off again. And the Raiders get it back after a marvelous defensive effort. Well, Brock, it has been a special day for this defense when it comes to forcing turnovers. Big play after big play, and that is their 4th interception of this contest.
Special for the defense and an absolute nightmare.
Brought in inside the 20. And he's out of bounds all the way inside the red zone. Thinking touchdown here after that big play. We've got 1st and 10 from the red zone. Working inside the red zone. The throw is caught. And he's going to be tackled, but still all the way down to the 6. It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards him with a 1st and goal. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he pushes them a little closer to the 3. It's 2 yards on the gain, and now it'll be 2nd and goal. Oh, they're going to run the option to the short side. And he gets to the end zone. Touchdown! The Raiders parlay the interception into points. Extra point added on by McPherson. And the Raiders stretch their lead to 21. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Return coming from the 6. Finds some space. He's past the 30. And a good return here as he gets it out past the 35. The Saints enjoying some good field position to start this drive off. 1st and 10 coming up. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. And they pick him off again. And the Raiders take possession of the football. Oh, man, Brock, those other leaders on that sideline, they've got to sit him down and calm him down. 3 consecutive drives now where he's thrown an interception.
Yeah, this defense is just all over.
He's got it deep downfield. And in, touchdown, Las Vegas. McPherson at the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Raiders grow their lead yet again. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Now a run with Wright. And he gets taken down immediately right at the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Motion man sent left. 2nd and 10 now. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up. Throwing from the gun. On the move, headed right. Now he'll heat this one. They connect on the deep shot. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. We've reached the end of 3. And up. First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Back now, pressure on its way. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. Intended target there was Xavier Worthy. So that brings up 2nd down. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Trying for the deep ball. He's got it inside the 10. There it is. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints putting up points in a game decided. Brian Thomas Jr., the touchdown. So no mistaking that play call, Brock. They send everybody on deep goes, and it winds up paying off. What a play.
And you'd think on the other side, defensively, they'd be ready for this. But this is truly a breakdown in the secondary. They're just not able to make a play on the ball in the air. And the end result, as you said, a big play and a touchdown.
Not really much of an avenue left for a comeback in this one, but they still have to try the onside kick here. And the Raiders are able to secure the kick. Well, I guess they kind of had to do it here, Brock.
Yeah, it's called a have to. Yeah, kind of have to at this point in the game, huh?
Okay, but like most things in this game, it did not work out for them.
Yeah, let's face it, even if they do recover that, probably not going to find a way to win. But this is a time where you work on things, where you do build to the following week. Got to find a way to flush this because it's just not been their kind of game.
And he's able to move past the 45 before going out. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Handoff now from the gun. And he gets across midfield and into Saints territory. Give him 5 yards to bring up a manageable 3rd and 1.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
He'll throw it. That's caught for the 1st. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. That's 16 on the pickup. And that's good for a Raiders 1st. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. They go play action on 1st. Has his man. It's Addison. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. He picks up 15 on the play. And that's good for a Raiders 1st. From the red zone now. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
And the Saints came marching home, and they dropped him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
You get into the red zone and every detail matters. It matters on the whole 100 yards. But, Kate, once you get inside this red zone, it is so critical. And let's tip our cap to the defense on the details, creating that sack.
And the Saints go in nickel, 3rd down. Throwing now, off play action. Pass caught, 9-yard line. And they'll advance this down to the 5-yard line. That one goes for 15, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
So after the incomplete pass, here's 2nd and goal. They put a receiver in motion right. They give it to him up the middle. And he's brought down for a loss.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make 3rd down easier to handle instead, well, did the exact opposite here, Kate. Now makes this 3rd down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
Here we go, right up the gut. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. We're down to the 2-minute warning here in Oakland. Raiders looking like they'll start this season with a win. 3 plays haven't gotten it done. Now a 4th to try to reach that end zone. Need a conversion. They're throwing for it. And it's going to be incomplete. Couldn't connect to extend the drive. So the defense... So we have a pause here. Inside 2 minutes, all reviews come from the booth. And they want to take one more look.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
Oh, the football's loose. And no turnover. It's going to stay with the...
You know what? Everybody on the field is going to make mistakes.
So we have a pause here. Inside 2 minutes, all reviews come from the booth, and they want to take one more look. So the nice defensive play, all for naught. He was down first, no fumble. Throw reeled in by Thomas. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And the Saints are going to have a 1st down.
A gain of 19 yards. 1st down, New Orleans.
He'll look to throw. Caught by the tight end, running that corner. Oh, this big guy is moving! And he's all the way home. Touchdown, New Orleans! The Saints get it back to within 2 possessions. Butker with the extra point. And the Saints get it back to a 14-point game.
Saints 21.
So even after the score, they're still down 2 possessions. Time not exactly on their side as they try this onside kick. And the Raiders are able to secure the kick. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop.
Hey, the numbers don't lie. The numbers tell you, Kate, time and again, it is so hard to recover these onside kicks. And when you got an opponent prepared for it, well, that makes it even more difficult.
Escapes the pocket. Connects on the crosser. And a massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby. But he hangs on through it. Still able to get that 1st down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone. Instead, stopped at the 2. The timeout's taken now as we have 1, possibly 2 snaps remaining in this ball game. Going ground on 1st and goal. Has the touchdown. The Raiders make it a 3-score game in the fourth. One after up and good by McPherson. And the Raiders stretch their lead to 21.
42. Saints 21.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30.
At their own 30-yard line.
They're out and set, 1st and 10. One final shot here. Forced out to his right. And that last pass falls incomplete as this game comes to a close. So put this in the win column for the Raiders. And they're no doubt happy to get their season off on the right track and claim the first victory of this new campaign. So for Brock Heward, everyone here on our great crew, I'm Kate Scott, and this has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Raiders winners as we say so long from Oakland.